The White House has cancelled more than 6,000 Social Security numbers of illegal migrants. They're obviously trying to pressure migrants to self-deport. The border czar, Tom Homan, joins me now. Tom, is that legal, taking away their Social Security numbers?
Absolutely, because they're released in the United States illegally. The program was unlawfully used, and we'll make sure these people are removed from the country. They didn't make a legal entry. They didn't come in here under legal entry. And I've been saying for the last couple of years that the Biden administration, we're bringing thousands of people a day into this country by abuse of the parole statute. Even a district court judge in Texas said not only will they ignore the law, they actually violate the law. Well, we're going to enforce the law in the Trump administration.
Okay. Are you going to use IRS information to find the illegals?
We hope to. I mean, this is about protecting the American taxpayer, protecting their Social Security information. And we know for a fact illegal aliens use American Social Security information to apply for jobs. Myself, my wife's Social Security number was stolen by an illegal alien that affected her credit rating. It took us a long time to get it fixed. So this happens 1,000 times across this country. We're protecting Social Security for the people who deserve it, for the people who paid into it for decades. We need to protect it for those that need it and those who are authorized to receive it.
It seems like you're going after all illegals, not just the criminals. You started out as the worst go first, but you seem to have extended that now.
Well, I said from day one, it's still the policy. The priority is public safety threats and national security threats. But I always said, if you're in the country illegally, you're not off the table. And we're sending a strong message. Look, just because we prioritize public safety threats and national security threats doesn't mean everybody else is off the table. I try to prioritize my family life over my work life, but doesn't mean I forget about my work life. It's about prioritization. Who should go first? Who we focus? But in doing those things, like in sanctuary cities, Stuart, most collateral arrests are non-criminal arrests. Where do they happen? Sanctuary cities, because they force us into the community. And we find that bad guy, the criminal target, many times are with others. We're not going to let ICE walk away from illegal alien. We're not going to instruct them to ignore the oath you took, ignore the immigration laws you're supposed to enforce, like the last administration did. There's nothing in the Immigration Nationality Act that says after you commit a crime by entering the country illegally, you got to commit another crime to be removed from this country. We're just simply following the statute.
Sanctuary state governors, Tim Walz, J.B. Pritzker, Kathy Hochul, they've been called to testify in front of Congress. They're investigating, Congress is investigating sanctuary status for these places. When will we see an end to sanctuary status?
Can't be soon enough, because sanctuary cities are sanctuary for criminals. Here's what people need to understand. Every time they release a public safety threat, illegal alien public safety threat back in the community, it puts the community at great risk of crime. They like to say, well, we do this because we want victims and witnesses of a crime to feel safe to come to law enforcement without the fear we're working with ICE. That's just a bunch of malarkey, because the victim and witness of crime don't want the bad guy back in their neighborhood either. So help us make these communities safer. For instance, Chicago, when I went to Chicago, within 2 days we arrested, I think it was 9 members of TDA, Trend, Iowa. We arrested 7 child sexual predators. We arrested 2 illegal aliens who committed murder. So we are trying to make the community safer, and sanctuary cities should be helping make their communities safer. We're not asking you to be immigration officers. We're asking you to do the job you're supposed to do. Your number one responsibility is protect your communities. Help ICE protect your community.
I just want you to listen to what President Trump said about how he's planning to spend the revenue that's coming in from the tariffs. Watch this.
President, what are you planning on using the money that you're gaining from revenue through the tariffs on?
Paying down national debt, reducing taxes, creating good budgets, helping Christie with the border and all of the other things. I built hundreds of miles of wall, as people now understand, but we're going to beef it up and we're going to add more.
Well, you're building the wall. You're spending a lot of money to deport these illegals. How much money do you need?
We need a lot of money, and I'm not going to put a number out. The more money they give us, the more successful we're going to be. Here's what people need to understand. For years they say that the wall was Trump's vanity project. Here's what people need to understand. Every place a border barrier has been built, every place, illegal migration declined, illegal drug flow declined. But most importantly, Stuart, what no one talks about, the wall saves lives. What do I mean by that? The most vulnerable, the women and children, can't get over that wall. which means they go to a place where there's not a wall. And what's waiting on them? The men and women of the Border Patrol who will deal with that humanitarian crisis, who will deal with their health issues, because a lot of them are in bad shape, especially women and children. Walls save lives. A secure border saves lives.
We'll leave it right there. Border Czar Tom Homan, thank you very much for being with us again, Tom. It's always appreciated.